Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Taylor, and I am the advocate of the devil. Astute viewers of this show may have noticed one constant throughout every episode, besides the wit and natural charisma, of course. It's this. Some love it, some loathe it, but it's an intricate part of what I do here. The ducky tie, originally worn by the infamous Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. This tie, I feel, truly represents what I try to do here. Be entertaining and make a lot of references. The show in question that I'm referencing was pretty damn good too. Lasting 9 seasons, fans across the globe have all fallen in love with Robin, Ted, Marshall, Lily, and even Barney himself. Sadly, like everything that is good, it had to come to an end. And when it did, the fans hated it. They killed off the titular mother all so that Ted could end up with Robin after all. What a travesty! Why did they waste all of our time building up the mystique of Tracy only for it not to have mattered? But here's the thing. I loved the ending. I thought it fit perfectly well with the rest of the series, and hopefully by the end of today's episode, you'll think so too. A lot of people took it as a slap in the face that after 9 seasons, How I Met Your Mother basically ended up like every other television rom-com. It should have really been called 9 years of Ted pining for Robin until he was willing to settle for less.
Date the wrong girl. Date the wrong girl again. Date the wrong girl a few times, actually.
After all, aren't Robin and Barney absolutely perfect for each other? They both like scotch, look good in a suit. This would be my first point right here. They're perfect for each other. Too perfect for each other, to the point where it was pretty much doomed for failure at the start. Think about it. There is a reason why there's an age-old adage of opposites attract, because it just so happens to be true. If you get 2 people together and they're too much alike, it becomes predictable and boring, at least to a certain extent. You'll know exactly what the other is going to do before they even think about doing it. Besides, all the way back in season 1, they had a shot at being together. Ted is with Victoria, and Barney sees an opportunity to make his move. And despite being outwardly somewhat appalled, Barney makes a lot of sense in the matter.
We both think the marriage commitment thing's a drag. We both want something casual and fun, and we clearly get along really well.
Wow, that actually did make a lot of sense.
But even after all that, what's Robin's reaction?
You're not gonna tell him, are you?
Because despite how much sense Barney is making, Robin still has a thing for Ted. But we all know this already. After all, at the end of the first season, and all throughout the second, we see Robin and Ted happily and joyfully being together. Until they break up. But what we should also be aware of is that's not the end of the story. Just about every single season, whether Robin is dating someone else or Ted is out trying to woo the future mother of his children, there is something, some form of romantic link between these 2 star-crossed lovers. After Robin finds out she can't conceive of any children, who is there to try and bring a smile to Miss Scherbatsky's face? Ted!
Yes, it is.
When they're living together and tensions start running a little high, what helps save the day?
I won't bore you with the details, but to summarize,
It's very typical television story writing. You can't just have the 2 main characters be together. You need to keep the audience guessing. Keep them apart for as long as humanly possible. It's like a game of cat and mouse. Once the cat catches the mouse, it's game over.
Game over.
Here it goes. Get ready.
The user wins.
All TV shows do it. And the moment the couple-to-be finally say what is in their hearts and minds and souls, the ratings flop and the show inevitably gets canceled. That's where this show managed to keep interest where most would drop off. Despite what the ending was, it really was about the journey. The journey of how Ted met the mother of his 2 children, Penny and Luke. Ted and Robin was more circumstantial, and after all is said and done, there was also an undeniable chemistry between Robin and Barney. But there is one final thing. One way that the writers and characters within the show managed to tell us, the audience, exactly what was about to happen at the end.
I'm in love with her, okay? If you're looking for the word, that means caring about someone beyond all rationality and wanting them to have everything they want, no matter how much it destroys you, it's love.
Throughout it all, one thing remained in Ted's mind. Making Robin happy. Doing the impossible. Putting her own wants and cares above his own. But to a certain extent, he knew that Robin was in love with Barney. The scene later on in that very same episode was of him letting go of Robin. But it's undercut by what was said previously. Because let's all face the truth here. Love is very special and very rare. If it was so easy to just let go, if it was just disposable, it wouldn't be love. We get 9 seasons with these characters, 9 story years of watching them grow and change. Marshall and Lily get married and have kids of their own. Robin learns to trust, to open herself up to the possibility of love, to choose another person over just her own career. Even Barney, for all his suits and catchphrases, he grows too with the birth of his daughter. But Ted had a one-track mind throughout the whole series, and that one track was really one person, Robin Scherbatsky. And that's not a bad thing. That's the way television shows work. Eventually, the main man and woman come together and they make it work. There is something great to be said about a man or woman, anyone who knows exactly what he wants and will stop at nothing to make it happen. In real life, we make compromises all the time with our jobs or our homes or our hobbies, all based on a number of factors. Ted, he didn't compromise. He knew what he wanted and he accomplished his goal. He made Robin happy. It was so obvious to everyone that even his kids, years after the book seemed to have been written on their relationship, saw the truth behind what the story really was all about.
This is a story about how you're totally in love with Aunt Robin. And you're thinking about asking her out, and you want to know if we're okay with it.
In my head, I like to think that even Ted didn't realize just how big a part of his life Robin was. That it took him trying to move on and live his life away from what he wanted. And subconsciously, he needed to tell his story to his children so that they could let him see the truth. Despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, I do hope I managed to shed some light into why the original ending to How I Met Your Mother makes the most sense. Whether it be that the marriage between Barney and Robin was, in a lot of ways, doomed from the start, or even the simple matter of there always being something romantical between Robin and Ted, in my opinion, the original ending is the only ending that makes sense. And not just to me. To Ted too, and obviously to the creators, since that scene with the kids was filmed years before it aired, and we still got that very ending that was planned oh so many years ago. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all of our opinions here at Devious Advocacy, and let your verdict be heard either in the comments below or on our Discord server. We love to spend all of our time listening to what you guys want. So tell us what you think. Did you love the ending, or was it a nice big middle finger to a story you followed for years? By all means, let your own views clash with my own, so that I may proceed to prove you wrong.
I drink, and I know things.
But for now, in the case of the original ending to How I Met Your Mother, the defense rests.
Ted, I'm your best friend. Why would I root against you?
Lily bets Marshall that Ted and Robin won't end up together.
You know, this show did a great job at setting up plot points and then settling them afterwards. Even this, money changed hands when Ted and Tracy finally met. However, they didn't last forever. I wonder if the creators have anything to say about this. Did Lily have to pay Marshall in the end and give money back to Marshall for getting paid the first time around? This is the kind of thing that kept me out of the good schools as a child.